don't talk to anymore. There's no, I ain't got no beef with it. I just, we just go our different ways.
Does that disappoint you at all that you guys had to?
No, I'm good. I am a very friendless person. I don't be giving no fuck. Bye.
Let me finish the question. Hey guys, welcome back to another exclusive interview brought to you by Formation Productions and Mo Visuals. I'm your host, Maher Ahmed, and today, finally, we are talking to somebody from season 1 of Joseline's Cabaret, Miami. We are talking to Jaadreams. Jay, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you? I'm glad to talk to you tonight.
I'm doing good. I know. I'm glad to finally be talking to you too. Also.
And so I just recently watched season 1 after I watched season 2, and I thought I don't know why. Maybe it was just from the trailer that I didn't think that season 1 was going to be as entertaining. But the second that I jumped into it, I was like pulled in by you and your personality, and I like so I was like, I gotta reach out to this girl. And on top of that, multiple people and multiple fans were asking for me to interview you. So I'm happy that I actually indulged into season 1 because it was very worth it. So before we jump into talking about the show, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are. Give us a couple of fun facts about you.
Hi, I am Jaadreams. I am from Kansas City, Missouri, but I live in Miami, Florida. AKA Miss 304. And I'm the one everyone loves, I guess.
All right, so let's get into it because I want to know how you got approached to be a part of Joseline's Cabaret. Because I know at the beginning of the show, or a couple of minutes in, we saw that Joseline came to see you and Lucky during episode 1 at the club. And I'm assuming that that wasn't the first time that you actually met her.
No, it wasn't actually. I had met her through a hairstylist, whatever. He was telling us about like a show that was going on. And I was like, hey, I'll be interested. And he was like, oh, it's for strippers. And I was like, oh, wait a second, because I'm not a stripper, so I don't know if this will be the right show for me. He was like, well, if you're not a stripper, well, what do you do? I was like, I'm a hoe. He was like, girl, what? I was like, I'm a hoe. Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna call you back. And the next, I literally 2 minutes, I got a text from Josh like, hey girl, this Jocelyn, pick up, I'm gonna call you. And she called me. I'm like, oh my goodness, hey. She like, what's the girl? Just asking questions. She was like, so what you do? And I was like, I'm a hoe. And they just like fell in love, just like how comfortable I was. Cause it's like, that's what there's strippers and there's hoes. I'm not a stripper, I'm a hoe.
Did you think at any point that when she called you, like, wait, this has to be a scam? Who the hell is this? You just putting on the voice?
Yeah, I heard my cousins. I'm like, bitch, I think Jocelyn about to call me. They like, but I'm like, yeah, like I was kind of nervous. Like, what's tea? Like, I don't know what they're gonna say to me about it.
So because you said that you weren't a stripper, did you have any reluctance going into it and being a part of it? Where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. This isn't my thing.
Yeah, because what I do is, it's a very sacred lifestyle. So it's like, I'm saying, a lot of people were just like, oh, you're about to go out there, you're about to be exposed and everything. No, I'm actually putting myself out there to let them know, like, I'm saying, hoes aren't bad people. Like, they're not bad things. We're humans and we're regular, just like y'all. We got a job to do, just like y'all got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just our job. Pleasing people.
And you know what? I hate that stereotype that, like, why do women get a bad rep for doing what they do if they work in the sex industry? But when men do it, it's like, oh, good job, dude. Go ahead and fuck whoever.
I'm more offended if someone calls me a free hoe.
I got paid.
Yeah, like I get paid to
right.
do what the fuck I do. Like, yeah. Hold on.
Exactly.
This ain't no ordinary hoe.
Yeah, and at least you own up to it. Anybody that gets irritated or like talk shit about that, why is what I do? Why does that bother you? Why it's
yeah, like you know what I mean? You all for free. I just get paid for it.
All right, so I want to know, since you actually applied for the show and everything, what was the casting process like? Because I know I heard from a couple of other girls it was pretty quick. You guys did like I heard that they did audition videos. Was it completely different for you?
Yeah, see what was so crazy before we actually did the like filming for Job Cabaret, it was like a we had this, it was like I don't know, like a tryout or pre thing, whatever, where it was me, I'm trying to think, was Sapphire there? I'm trying to remember. I don't think Daisy was there. But I remember Chastity and Lucky there for sure. And it was like a whole bunch of other girls. And it was like, we were just, it was like, they were recording us and everything. And it was like a pre-trial, and Jocelyn just like hit up the girls that she wanted, and she picked up the girls that she wanted, and I made the cut.
Were you surprised that you made the cut, or were you?
No.
I was.
I wasn't surprised, and also I didn't care, so I just did it just to do it,
Had you ever been on camera or on any shows before that, or is this something new for you?
No, that was something new for me.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have any nerves going into it, or like?
Yeah, I did, because what I'm saying, you gotta remember, you're gonna be on camera, like they're gonna catch your bad angles, they're gonna catch you looking bad, which I was looking. Like, they're gonna catch everything. People are gonna judge you off of everything, and people did.
I think no matter how confident you are, even being on
people are always gonna have something to say.
Yeah, but I mean, you also have like 15 cameramen around you all the time, so it's.
Oh my goodness.
What was that like?
I mean, the cameramen were cool, but it was just so just the cameras all up in your face, and just
no problem.
I'm just such like a real ass person. I'm just like, fuck these cameras.
Fuck out my face.
Yeah.
So what was your goal going into the show? I mean, I know it's a competition, but other than getting a spot in the cabaret, did you have any other goals, or was that just your main goal in your head?
Really, it was something I'm just was trying something out new, so I'm always my mom always said, you were always doing something. I'm always doing something. It was something new I wanted to try. And something I never wanted to do, and it was something I guess can help me build myself up to get my name out there, to become the star that I'm meant to be.
All right, so near the middle of episode 1, Joseline is talking to you and Lucky about the show, and she brings up Daisy and Chastity, and you immediately roll your eyes and said that you didn't like either of them.
Hell no, I don't fuck with them bitches at all.
Can you give us some insight on where the with you and them came from and where it stemmed from?
Really, it was because like I told you, before we had did the filming and everything, we had to a pre-trial, and when we was filming, me and Chastity had got into it, we bumped heads, so it was I was still feeling fuck that bitch, you know what I'm saying, yeah. So it's still, the vibes are still there from when we had filmed the first time, so I was like, okay, but
so did you think that they were prejudging you?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And so when you saw them, because you're saying that they prejudged you, I'm assuming based off of maybe your looks, I guess, compared to them, or whatever the case may be. Did you judge them at all when you first saw them, or were you just had an open mind?
No, I didn't. What I'm saying, when I first saw them, it was just I'm always, hey, they got a really bitch vibe out, but once I see it's other than that, it's okay, let me fall back and just people.
And you had that moment when she wasn't being too kind to you. So going into the show and knowing that you were going to be filming with them, did you have some preconceptions oh, this is gonna fucking suck, having to do this for however many weeks with these two girls that I most likely will not get along with?
It was a salty situation, because it's I don't know what I'm putting myself into. I don't know if we're gonna be fighting. I don't have time for the arguing. So I knew it was gonna be I knew it was gonna be some drama in there, and that was my only thing I just concerned and cared about, because I'm just okay, ain't got time for this. I would do all the other shit.
Did you think of any of the other girls as competition on this show?
No.
She said that with the straightest face I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Why is that? Or is it just because you're confident in yourself and what you can do?
Yeah, very much so. Like, very much so. Like,
So how did you feel when you heard that Jocelyn made Daisy the first bottom bitch?
it was funny as fuck to me. Like, what the fuck do they square asses know about a bottom bitch? Like that, when they first said that's the first thing in my mind. Like, they are so square. Like, I would never want to be like, oh, I'm this bitch bottom bitch. Like, what? That was like funny as fuck to me. I was just like, yeah, girl, take that position. It's all yours.
Did you know what bottom bitch meant before?
Yeah, that's why I said what they square ass know about bottom bitch.
So you would not ever want to be in that position. You don't give a fuck about that.
No, I don't. No. Please don't give me the title. I don't want to respectfully decline. I'm going to respectfully decline it.
So you, Chastity, and Daisy get into a heated argument in episode 1 after they said that you needed a makeover. How did you feel about that? And did you at any point within that argument feel like you were being bullied by them too?
I think I was fat at the time. I was a little chubby, I didn't, but one thing about it, I didn't care because, what I'm saying, I was eating good. Like, I was eating good. My pockets was good. Like,
right.
I wasn't stressing about it. So it was like, yeah, they was talking shit. It boosts my confidence even more. Like, okay, I see me as competition. Okay.
But also remember, the camera puts on like 20-something pounds, so I'm sure you.
Right, no, the camera really does like put extra pounds on you. Like, I was looking at some things like, damn, why I look so big like that?
Yeah, you be thinking like the editors be fucking you over, but then you're like, damn, it's really just like it is true. I mean, I've been on camera before, and I'm like,
you have to really like.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. So how close were you and Lucky before the show, and how did your friendship come about? Was that just from working with each other at the club?
I met Lucky through when I first met her is when we did like a little casting thing, like the very first time, like I told you. And just ever since then, we always kept in touch. And then, like, when we did season 1, like, we kind of grew closer. And then after that, we grew closer and closer.
Okay, so you guys would hang out and talk outside of the club and the show. Okay, cool. Did you appreciate her sticking up for you during that argument? Because she stepped in during that fight, and I'm not sure if you expected it or not, but
I mean, you never expect, but I always stand my own ground, so I appreciate anybody that try to like step up or anything like that. But
yeah,
I got
that whole locker room scene.
That shit was mad.
A whole mess because Daisy starts throwing like ones at you and shit, and that leads into you.
That's why I think I just blacked out at like fuck the camera.
Yeah, I mean, see, you make that good money on a regular. I would have been picking that up like I would have been like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
That's why I'm like, you used to picking these ones up, girl. Go ahead picking ones up, girl. I ain't used to that shit. Put it on the dresser.
So when she did that, you guys got into like not a big fight, but you got into an altercation. What was running through your mind when you were running up?
I'm about to beat this bitch ass. Who the fuck do she think she playing with? Fuck you, cameras. Fuck the show. I'm about to show these motherfucking hoes. But like I had to like remember because like I said that I was like, I don't want to be on camera like fighting. Like I always watch people on TV and I'm like, so it really triggered me and pissed me off because it's like, I really want to drag y'all motherfucking ass to keep playing with me. But I don't want to be put out as this ghetto ass Kansas City bitch.
Yeah. And I'm sure it bothered you because you're like, fuck, you're bringing that side out of me.
Yeah.
And it's like of all places you're doing when there are 10 cameras on.
And it's like people always come to me like, oh my God, I hate you're getting bullied. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. I was mad because I couldn't put past.
But I mean, hey, you stuck up for yourself. And I mean, you were smaller than them, so I commend you for that. And you didn't back down. I think I might know the answer to this, but maybe some viewers might not know. It was talked about for a split second. But can you tell us what being a 304 means?
Type 304 in your phone. It's gonna spell out HOE.
I thought about it and I was like, I swear I've heard that before. And then I realized that if you turn it upside down,
It's a hole.
so if anybody was confused about that, there's a clarification. Did you feel like Daisy was carrying herself properly as a bottom bitch? And if not, what do you think that she could have done differently?
I don't know because I really don't know what they know. I don't even know what their meaning of a bottom bitch is. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know what the fuck she was expected to think she supposed to act like. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously a bottom bitch means something different to them, but in my mind, I don't know. That wasn't no bottom bitch. I don't know what the fuck that was.
If I were to change that term into like a leader or
A little puppy.
you said puppet or puppy?
A little puppy. Like I'm basically naming you my little puppy. Like you follow everywhere I go. You do everything I do. And
Okay, so regardless, you don't think that she was do not think that she was leader type?
to certain bitches, not to me.
So Jocelyn invites you guys to this dinner to discuss everything that's going on, and I wanted to know what your mindset was going into that. And I also want to know if you thought that that dinner was going to be like a whole repeat of that locker room situation.
Yeah. I feel like that dinner I was gonna like really explode like I did. Cause it was like, I feel like at some point I feel like, okay, y'all really keep trying me. It's like, do y'all want me to jump across the table? Do y'all want to make your hoes cry? Which one? Like, take your pick. Like, it was like I kept being triggered. So it was like, okay, my bad. I got some money to get to. Fuck you, broke ass bitches. I'm out. And that was the end of it.
So before we talk a little bit more about that, when you guys walked in, Jocelyn was like furious with you guys to the point where she just wasn't even looking at you. She wasn't talking to you guys. Did you understand her frustration, or did you think that she was just like overreacting?
I feel her frustration, I guess. Shit wasn't going how she wanted it to go. I'd be mad too.
Yeah, I don't know. What it looks like from what they showed is that she walked in at the end of what happened in the locker room.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if she was there in the background either. It was just like so much going on, and we just so focused on like, I really don't know. But I do remember she said to me and was like, "Whoa, this is not what we here for."
And during that dinner, you and Chastity and Daisy were going back and forth about what happened that night. Did you think that either of them were taking accountability for anything that they did?
No. I don't think they really for real care to like take accountability or anything like that. So
did you regret anything from that night? Because I know you don't like acting like that.
No. I said what I said and I did what I did.
I need to know more about this Toyota situation. It was just brought up really quickly when you guys were at the table. I wasn't sure if it was directed towards Chastity or Daisy. So can you talk a little?
It was towards Chastity. It was towards Chastity because literally at the dinner table, it was like, they kept attacking me and talking shit, like, telling Lucky, like, oh, yeah, in the car, like, hold on, bitch, because my car in valet out front, like, paid off. You doing payments on your car still. You got tags on your Toyota. You need to start crying up your lady daddy. You need to get your shit together. So that was at that point, like, I literally at that dinner table, we were just like, all right, let me call you hoes out because y'all think y'all shit is just all good. Let me lay the tea on for y'all.
How did you know about the Toyota? Did she like admit to that, or did you like?
No, I see it driving off.
And after you walked out, because you said you didn't want to be arguing and shit, you didn't have the time, and you had money to go make. Rightfully so, you walked out. And after that, Jocelyn actually stuck up for you, and she was talking very highly about you, saying that you were going to make it. You were going to make more money than them. You were going to make it further than them in the competition. Did you? How'd you feel about that?
I appreciate her for that. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker walk away and they not talking shit but speaking highly of you, that's always appreciation right there. So yeah, that was I really did appreciate that.
After Jocelyn kind of chews them out a little bit, Lucky actually has like, I guess not necessarily a moment with them, but she opens up a bit and becomes a bit vulnerable and starts crying about her past and some things that she has gone through. Did you feel any type of way about that, considering you two were clicked up and weren't getting along with the other girls?
I just feel like bitches choose their sides. I mean, I'm just not gonna be venting to nobody who talks down on me because they're gonna throw that shit right back in your face later on. So, people have their own way they deal with their emotions and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, but I guess I get it because even though you guys are friends, I think that it may just have been a venting situation. I'm sure she may
Mm-hmm.
have opened up to you prior. Did you guys ever have like heart to hearts and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Lucky was somebody that you could really trust and open up to.
Yeah, Lucky really was somebody I really fucked with in first. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a big scene that happens where Jocelyn pulls up on you on the streets. And I want to know if that really frustrated you as much as it looked like on TV, and if you really didn't know that production was showing up, or if you did know and it was kind of set up. Because the reason why I'm asking is when I'm watching it, and I've worked in production before, I noticed that it sounded like there was a mic on you prior to the cameras pulling up. So I thought that it was a little bit scripted, but
They knew, and no, they weren't where I work. I would not let them. I told them many times before, you can't film me where I work. I really take in consideration no free game. If you're filming me where I'm working, girls are gonna watch this, go to the same place, and then they get money to the same thing I do, and that's not how that works. It's no free game. So
it could also be dangerous too, I'm assuming.
yes,
Right?
it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
So no.
the only reason why I noticed that again is because I heard that you had your mic on you. But girl, your acting during that scene
Yeah.
was fire.
Why you able barely hear me or some shit like that?
Yeah, like I was like, okay, she looks like she's about to cry. She's dead ass serious, but she definitely has a mic on her. So I was like, I can't figure out if this is real or not. You need to go into acting.
Thank you. Hey, book me.
Here, get her on some movies or something.
I really do want to do acting, so y'all ready for the face? Nah.
So, in that scene when Jocelyn pulls up on you, you guys have a moment where you become a bit vulnerable and emotional with Jocelyn, and you talk about your depression because you say that you have so much weight on your shoulders from taking care of people in your family, and you talk a bit about your mom's passing. And I don't want to pry too much, but I feel like it would be good for some of the viewers that may have gone through something similar. So, would you by any chance be willing to open up a little bit about discussing some of what you've been through? I don't want to pry too much.
As soon as you walk in my house, you see my mom right there. I really do kind of want to address that also because I do see like a lot of people DM me and tell me they do the same thing. They've been through the same thing I've been. It's not easy sometimes for me to reply back to everybody when I read y'all, what y'all say to me because you have to remember it still is a soft spot for me. And it's something that I battle to like get over with. Like, people just think of depression as a word. Like, oh, it's depression. No, it's something serious that people actually go through. You know what I'm saying? You can look so good on the outside and in the inside and closed door, they're like breaking down. So I still have my moments and where I say, yes, I frequently have my moments still where I break down or, I just feel like I'm in a hole. I'm getting better at trying to control it and deal with it more by keeping myself busy and not just like being in the house and just going outside and just, keep my mind busy, not just staying still for too long. I just want people to like really just stay strong. Like I may not reply or have the words to say to you, but like just don't give up. Like, like I know sometimes it be little things back in your head telling you just fuck it, just give up. Don't give up. Like, as long as you keep going and fighting it, you like always are going to win. It's a minor setback for that major comeback. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I know people, and I've been in that space too, where you feel like it's just not worth it. But what people need to realize, I think, and I'm sure you've realized this too, when you have friends and family around you, even if you feel like you can't open up to them or you don't want to talk to them about it, if you were to, God forbid, take your life or something, you're hurting so many more people in the
You're
process.
hurting so much more people.
Life.
Yeah, you're like hurting the situation worse than it is. Like, so I tell people like, go do something. Like, you know, like I try to do so. I like to like, you know, sometimes if I'm feeling down at my home, I'll cook. Now I love cooking.
Okay.
I'll cook. I write. I love writing. So I feel like writing helps me express my music a lot. I love writing. Doing my boutique. So I just try to stay so busy, like, you know, keep my mind going.
And I appreciate you opening up about that. I know it's not easy, but it shows a lot when you're able to discuss it because, like you said, a lot of people just like shutting down and keeping to themselves. But I'm hoping that you stay in a positive mindset and you are able to conquer your depression because nobody should be going through that. It's a lot easier said than done, but I'm glad that you're okay and you're not like driving yourself insane, you know?
Thank you.
So okay, on the lighter note, we're no more depression, none of that. We're gonna talk
about sad shit.
We're gonna talk about more fun stuff because a little bit later on in the show, Joseline actually chooses you to be a part of her music video, Sex Drive. Was this the first music video you've ever shot?
No.
Oh, no? Oh.
No.
How many others have you done?
I think I just did like 2 others before.
Okay, so you're used to this, and you like.
I'm not gonna say I'm used to this, all right? I'm gonna say I'm used to this, you know.
Okay, I see that. You confident, but you're not cocky.
Yeah.
But you like the little spotlight a little bit. I like it. So did you feel a little bit higher than the other girls when you heard that Chastity and Daisy were not picked, but you and Lucky were to do the music video?
Okay, Joseline fucking with us. Like, you know, she likes some real bitches. I fuck with that. So I did like this. I felt like that was cool with her.
Okay.
You know, some bitches be like, oh, we're just like here. Where she be? Nah, she fuck with some little bitches. I fuck with that.
So Joseline calls Daisy and Chastity for targeting you and Lucky because you two are light skinned. Did you agree about that?
Yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't think it was no light skin, dark skin thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because living out here in Miami, you gonna see a lot of motherfucking dark skins, and they love them some dark niggas. I wasn't thinking that it was a whole light skin, dark skin thing. I never gave a fuck about this type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm badass brown skin girl, so something lighter than me couldn't put no pressure.
Right. I know Sapphire was on the show, but she wasn't considered necessarily a main cast member, and you were really cool with Lucky. What is your relationship with Lucky and Sapphire today? Do you guys still keep in touch?
I don't talk to them. I don't have no issues with Sapphire. You know, I still love Sapphire. Sapphire's a hella cool person. She's an Aries, teenager. She's a very humble person. I love Sapphire. I don't talk to Lucky anymore. But it's not, she's cool people too. There's no, I ain't got no beef with her. I just, you know, we just go our different ways.
You gotta give me some tea. Wait, is there like a specific?
I mean, it's just, you know, we just distance our part off of, you know what I'm saying? He walk, but he say, she said, we just distance our parts from each other. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't feel something, I wouldn't feel some shit either. So it was just like, all right, we ain't on the same page. It ain't no beef. You go about your way, I go by mine.
Okay, so there wasn't any specific situation that ended your guys' friendship?
No, just, you know, he say, she say, other bitches trying to, you know,
Does that disappoint you at all that you guys had
no. I don't get it. I am a very friendless person. I don't be giving no fuck. Bye.
Let me finish the question.
Right. You know, I'm out with the back end of the car. Right?
Was there any attempt of you reconciling anything with Daisy or Chastity?
Daisy and Chastity are cool people. I feel like who I can say I like the most is Chastity. Like, and that's so crazy. Everybody like, you like Chastity? I was into it at first. I know, right? But I love just her hustle and her drive. Like, that woman really be on her shit. And like, on her hustle. And that's the one thing I respect about her is her like just drive or whatever she does. Like, so like that. And Daisy also, you know, she got her business and shit too. So, you know, I see them and I was like, you know, I fucks with that. That, you know, they didn't put the boss bitches on season 2, if you know this.
So what was there specific moments outside of the show that got you guys to reconcile and become cool again, the three of you?
Just Chastity always like, you know what I'm saying, like she like pulled me to the side a couple times like, Jay, I don't want to be taking it personal, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying, bitch, I ain't mean no harm. I'm like, all right, bitch, you gotta let me know, bitch. I don't know what the fuck you trying to say. But you know, she always put me to the side like, Jay, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I just she always kept it genuine. I can say that. Bitch always kept it real and genuine. So that's one thing I fucks with about her.
So looking back, because you guys are cool now, and she said don't take it personal. Did you think that at any point the two of them were ever putting on for the camera or just being mean for the show, or it just wasn't understood? Oh. Would you be worried if you guys were to be on another show again together that the same thing would happen, even if you were cool?
No, it's business. You know what I'm saying? It's business for real. So no, but I'm gonna be ready now. Look, I'll be ready for that. But nah, it's just business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn not to take shit so personal and like just get that check.
What about Joseline? Have you guys been able to maintain some type of friendship outside the show?
No, I have not talked to Joseline. She tried. Let me say that she tries who she want to try. So it kind of like shocked me on season 2 seeing them bitches like letting her talk to her like that. Like, y'all really letting this one talk to y'all like that?
Like your mama, go to your room?
Yeah, like
I don't know if you watch season 2, but
who the fuck you think you telling to go to your room?
I mean, she scares me, but only my mama telling me to go to my room. That's for damn sure.
She's scared to let her scare.
Have you talked to any of the girls from season 2? And if so, are there any that you would or wouldn't like to get to know?
Natural. I like natural.
Okay.
Barbie, that's my bitch too. I fuck with Barbie too.
I love me some Miss Natural.
I love Miss Natural and Barbie.
So do you guys communicate at all? You and
I talk to Barbie.
Okay. What is it about them that you like?
Barbie, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole problem. You know what I'm saying? She just I like Barbie because I told her, you know what I'm saying, bitch, I'm out on there, so I need you to put on for the 304s, you know what I'm saying? But you know, hey, I like the natural too. I like that natural, like to the first, so I hope to that.
Did you know Barbie before season 2 came out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you had a choice to replace Daisy and Chastity with any of 2 girls from the current season of Joseline's Cabaret, who would you pick?
That girl, Big Legs. Boss Tech.
Okay, why Big Legs and why Boss Tech?
She just loud and ratchet. Like she just fun to watch. She just loud and ratchet. Like I just like her. She's loud and ratchet.
Never be in a boring house with her in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be boring. Like she would keep it entertaining. She's entertaining.
And why Boss Tech?
Cause you just like, you know what I'm saying? She like she about her money and she turned up. So I know I was feeling her when they was coming from like saying she drunk and shit like that. Bitch, sometimes I don't do it, but you know, I be watching bitches be drunk as fuck and get their coins. Mind the business that pays you. That's all you have to do is mind the business that pays you.
Yeah.
Some bitches be high, some bitches be drunk. As long as they get their coins, that's all the fuck they matter.
Were you contacted for season 2? And if so, did you consider it?
No, it's not considered. No.
That's ridiculous.
I wasn't surprised though because me and Joseline did like bumped head.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised about that at all.
Okay.
Originally, I was supposed to be on it before, like, you know what I'm saying, we was cool, but when we got into it, you know, it was just like, you know.
You don't expect a call for season 3 or anything?
They do it in Vegas. Like, one thing you can't do no season 3 in my motherfucking city. Like, that's 304 city all the way. Like, y'all look like the clowns being out there without the Miss 304. So Zeus Network, you heard what the fuck I said. period. You can't do no motherfucking season 3 without Miss 304 and motherfucking 702. Stop playing with me.
And if they don't pick you, you better just contact one of the girls on the season and pull up to the house.
I know my way around real well.
Grab one of the production mics, put them on you.
You're so silly.
You just might have to snatch someone up real quick to get on the season. So I want to know how your life has changed since season 1 of Joseline Cabaret, especially with the pandemic going on.
Pandemic, more money, shit. I didn't fall off pandemic. I just got more money and shit. Think of different hustles and shit like that. But I mean, I don't see my life, it's changed, because of the show. My life changed because of me. Because, you know what I'm saying? I continue to do what I do, continue to get money and just progress and, like, you know what I'm saying, move forward what I want. Like, the show probably didn't bring nothing but just some followers that I don't even fuck about. Don't let me say that. I love my followers. I just get anxiety having so many people following me, not knowing who they are. And I'm like, okay, people are watching me. So that is what gives me anxiety.
Are you enjoying the whole new following now, though? Like you said, it gave you anxiety. I'm sure you still have that. But are you now?
Yeah, it does. It does give me. I'm not just like a girl that like really wants like, that big old. Cause you know, you never know who's watching you or like who's looking at you or anything like that. You can be elsewhere and not knowing somebody could know who you are, but you don't know that, you know? So I didn't see girls before and I be with tricks. They may be like, oh my gosh, you're the girl. I'll be like, girl, be quiet. Be quiet. Like, don't bring that up. It's not like a discussion right now.
And I'm sure that I feel like everybody that has a following or is even on social media in general gets those haters, those people that are just internet thugs. How do you deal with that?
Block them. I'm good at blocking. I should see my blockers. Don't try.
That's smart. So you don't even put any energy or effort.
Yeah, I don't even put any energy into that shit. Like, for what? I can't see you. I can't, like, nah.
So the whole time they type in the whole paragraph and you're just like, I hope that was worth it.
Like, that was pointless.
So Joseline's Cabaret Miami recently aired on WeTV. Since that's a whole different network and, they're basically censoring everything, has anything in your experience been different since that's been released? Was the reaction?
Oh my God. My aunties watch me on TV now. Like, my auntie called me one day and was like, yeah, I don't take my money off the phone, I take my money off the dresser. I was like, wait. I'm like, stop. She's like, yeah, we're watching you. I'm like, oh my goodness. So like, and it's so crazy. Like one of my uncles, he's incarcerated. He's telling me like, yeah, like we see you on TV here. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
at first I would have been like, wait, y'all get a Zeus?
Like, I'm telling these niggas, yeah, this my niece. Look at her picture my bunk. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, so, like I don't know what it's like because I haven't seen the WeTV version. Do you know if it's super censored, if they cut a ton of shit out?
I don't know. You know, it's because I haven't seen it either. I haven't.
I'm assuming they cut all the fights out or something.
I'm assuming they censored a lot of, because some of them was naked at restaurant and shit like that. So I know some parts they had to like cut out and shit like that.
You talked a little bit about your music, and that's one of the many things that you do, to help with your depression and anxiety, all of that. So I want to hear more about your music. So tell us about some of that you do.
Well, I've always like write, so I always write my music. I just never felt like confident to just like, but to my family I did, but like to the world I haven't. And so like now I'm like in the studio, I'm working. Well, I'm working, I'm doing my music and shit like that. I'm really excited about it because like I'm really pushing forward with it.
Okay, so you're recording stuff. Are you releasing anything soon?
Yes, I am. I'm just trying to get the engineer and everybody that just fixing like the sounds and all that stuff like that. And I just need to do one more verse and I'm just done.
Okay. I'm about to put you on the spot. Can we hear a little something from your music?
You just said my computer is right here.
Oh, how convenient.
Just a snippet.
Yes, let's get a little preview so that people have a reason to add your music on their music streaming sites. say something. You know, Big Lex makes music too. I feel like you guys would like really kill a song together. I feel like you guys need to link up. Okay. Like I know it's about Big Lex too, but I mean I was being honest. I'm gonna say the same thing. That was really good, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So
thank you. Don't be on here capping and shit.
And I'm gonna talk shit on the internet.
Be 100.
Wait, so when is that dropping? Because I'm gonna have to add that on my Spotify.
So just give me like a couple more weeks.
Okay.
Because I'm bugging him, so I can. Because also I had to get the beat, you know, that's just everything approved. So like I really can't just drop it and it won't get deleted or anything.
All right, so guys, when that drops, when she finishes everything, the engineering and all, you gotta listen to her music. Add her on Spotify, all the music platforms.
I write my own shit.
Yeah, we're gonna be promoting the shit out of that because that was fire. All right, so now we're gonna play a little bit of a game. I want you to come up with an all-star season cast for a cabaret, not necessarily Joseline's cabaret, but if it was your own cabaret. So maybe like 5 to 7 women, and you can pick any woman from any reality TV show that you know of. It can even be from your season, it can be from season 2 or whatever.
5 women?
5 to 7, yeah.
I'm gonna do Nene. Oh my goodness, I love me some Nene Leaks. Yes. Does it have to be reality show or music? That can be like
No, it doesn't have to be reality.
Okay, let me take Nikki back. First off, Nikki for sure.
Which Nikki? Nick, are you talking about Nikki? Okay.
Team Barbs. Nikki, Nene Leaks. I always have to do Nikki because Nikki, she comes for the honey's child. I love how Nene comes too. I would definitely add Joseline because she's a shady bitch.
Okay.
You know, if the bitch is shady, I like the bitch. She's shady. Who else? Carly Red. Carly Red's one. I would do Carly Red.
You gotta get all different personalities.
Oh, Tanisha Thomas. I love Tanisha.
It's a good one.
Yes, I love Tanisha. Tanisha, so they're my 5. Nikki, Nene, Tanisha, Joseline, and Carly Red.
Okay, that would be a really good season. Like, look at you. You could be a whole casting producer for a TV show. All right, dang, those are all the questions I have for you, but I want you to have the opportunity to say anything else that you want to say to the fans before I let you go and before I start plugging.
Yes, I just want to say thank you everybody for their support, their love, and for fucking with me. I fucks with y'all just like I fuck with me. Continue to like support me and stay tuned because I have so much coming soon. I'm even trying to do my own show. So yes, and I'm also doing another show coming up also. I can't say too much because it's not a disclosure, but it's another show that I'm doing. And I'm working on my own. So stay tuned, y'all. I have a lot of shit that I want to do for like the real 304s out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sleep on us. We really the bitches out here in the world.
Well, I'm glad to be able to see you on another TV show because I feel like you need that opportunity to show who you really are as a person. And where can the people follow you? So give all your plugs.
Okay. Follow me on Instagram at Miss Jaadreams. My name is Jay, not Jade. Let me make that clear. My name
is Jada.
Jay. Not Jada, not Ja. It is Jay. Instead of with a Y, with an A. But Miss Jaadreams, MSJAA Dreams, and hit me up. Follow me on Twitter, Miss Jaadreams. OnlyFans, Miss Jaadreams. Nothing else.
And be sure to follow us, guys. Follow Formation Production on Instagram. Follow me at Don't Touch My Hair, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. That's where all our interviews are dropping, and we premiere them every single time. So you can do the live chat, and do the super chat, all that. And I want to thank you so much again for doing this interview.
I want to say thank you guys for reaching out to me to even want to do this interview. And I appreciate you guys supporting me, and I love you guys also.
We'll always support you, and thank you again. I mean, this was so much fun.
Thank you, babe.
All right, well, I'm going to be waiting for that song in my DMs, so.
Look, just don't leak my shit. Just don't leak my shit.
I got you. I want you. You can sue me. All right, I'll talk to you soon, okay? Hope you have a good night.
Bye.
All right, bye.